Ramona J. Smith. Not good enough. Not good enough, Ramona J. Smith.
What do you do when after you've given your all, it's not good enough? What happens when you've done your very best and your efforts still don't suffice? You've been criticized, analyzed, scrutinized. Every minor detail about you or your performance has been picked apart. Now what? Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and anyone who's ever felt like you were not good enough. Did you know that each and every time you use someone else's ruler to measure your success, you'll never add up? We often use other people's rulers to measure our success in relationships, at work or at school, and in our family lives. We want to please the people we're closest to, our spouses, our children, our coworkers and friends. During those times when we measure up, we feel satisfied, elated, and proud. Yet during those times when we don't quite measure up, we feel down, defeated, depressed. Ultimately, we want the people closest to us to believe in us. But what happens when you've done everything you can and it still doesn't suffice? Well, for starters, how do we measure it? What constitutes the exact level of good enoughness? That's a word. Google it. How much is enough good to fit the bill? I believe it's completely subjective. For example, I think I'm kind of cute. I think I'm awesome. I think I'm great. But there was this guy, not just any guy, my dream guy. Ladies, you have a dream guy. He may not be sitting next to you, but you have a dream guy. Fellas, you have a dream girl. His name, for the sake of this speech, I'll call him Cliff. That's actually his name, but you don't know him. You don't know him. Cliff was my dream guy, everything I ever wanted in a man. Cliff was 6'8", 250 pounds, had previously played ball in the NFL. He had 2 master's degrees. He was a successful realtor and the dean of students at a preparatory school. Not a bad catch, ladies, right? But Cliff thought I wasn't good enough for him. Why did Cliff feel like I was lacking in the area of good enoughness? That's a word. Google it later. Because when we met, I was an undergrad. I didn't even have a car. And my only source of income was from my work-study job on campus. However, I had made the dean's list every semester. I had studied abroad in Africa, and I had generated thousands of dollars in academic scholarships. I didn't understand why Cliff still had me this high on his ruler. All I could think of was, really? Really, Cliff? You're gonna walk away from all of this? All of this? Can you think of a time when you didn't meet someone else's expectations? How did it make you feel? Did you start to second guess or doubt yourself or where you should be in life? Ladies and gentlemen, each and every time you allow others to measure your value, you'll never be enough. You must not encapsulate your greatness because you have an unlimited supply. It's because of who you are that certifies you. It's not about what you have. It's not about what you own. It's those intangible things, your gifts, your talents, your skills that make you worthy, valuable, and amazing. You've always been enough. Once you know full well what makes you special and unique, the opinions of others will no longer take away from your self-value. Once you embrace the strength and beauty that lies within you, what other people think of you is none of your business. When your boss tells you he hated your presentation, it was the worst thing he'd ever seen, it was horrible, you won't take it personal. When your coworkers tell you that your new idea or policy isn't useful, you won't feel inadequate. When someone tells you you won't make a good spouse because you don't have a certain degree or make a certain amount of money, you'll laugh, ha, at the fact that he or she is walking away from all of that good enoughness. I'll close by asking again, what happens when you've given your absolute best and it's still not good enough? What I've learned in my life is that in a room filled with 1,000 people, you'll have 1,000 different reputations. Therefore, the only position, persuasion, perspective, or opinion that matters is yours and yours alone. I challenge you, each and every one of you, to start tapping in to your unlimited supply of greatness. And the next time your coworkers, your family, your friends, Cliff, tries to use their ruler to measure your success, you can break away from those expectations because you know that by just being exactly who you are, you've always been more than good enough. Mr. Contest Chair, I didn't hit you with the ruler.